It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. It's the way it's hazy. You gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Gotta use a method recipe. The cake will end up crazy. If you do the cooking by the book, then you have
Hello and welcome to episode 51 Dial-H for Heroclix. I am your host, Hunter Smith. I have with me my cousin and good friend, Austin Smith.
Oh, that's adorable. I didn't know it was your good friend.
And the man who does more teabagging than a 12-year-old playing Halo, Mr. Drew Alderson.
Hi, that's me.
I thought you guys would enjoy that one. That was one of my
I like that.
one of my more genius ones that I came up with. Today is going to be one of our short episodes. As you guys are aware of our new schedule, we do alternating long and short. And honestly, there's not that much news to talk about this week, sadly. In fact, there's technically no official news.
We're making up news.
We are creating news. What we'll do instead, since there has been no official news from WizKids, is we will briefly talk about Nekron and the War of the Light OP Kit Month 2, which I actually had the pleasure of spoiling for the internet myself. Phil and I.
Oh, I almost got credit for something I didn't do.
Phil and I were at Game Preserve testing my Yu-Gi-Oh team for a side event at Gen Con that I'm playing in. And the shipment came in, and the OP kits were in early Wednesday, so I got them, took them out, and spoiled it for the internet. So we're going to talk about those dials, and then talk about Nekron for the news section. Nekron is pretty dang awesome because at maximum he's 2,600 points. Let's look up if he's the highest.
Son, that is a boss fight.
That's ridiculous. Let's look up the highest Colossals. Let's see who would be the highest ones. I'm going to do a search for point costs. Oh shit. This is going to take forever. I meant to hit more than 2,000. I hit less than 2,000. So every single Heroclix basically is coming up. Okay. So we just have the Infinity Gauntlet Thanos coming in at 3,000. He is still the highest one, I guess. And then we have War of the Light Nekron coming in at 2,600. He has Quintessence regardless of what point value you play him at. And as far as what are his possible starting clicks, the cheapest one is 300, which is nice. You can actually, if you really wanted to, try to pull him off in competitive. Then we have 600, and then he has a different 300 point dial, 700, and then 1,000. So two different ways to play him at 300, and then of course, as you guys know, you can add up the different other options as whatever way you play. You just always go from the highest to the lowest.
This guy has the most regen I have ever seen.
Yeah,
ever.
He does have a lot of regen. It says when playing War of the Light 115D, which is his Death That Walks dial, the 600 point option. Remove the Colossal base from the map and detach Nekron from it. So he comes off of the base.
Yeah.
So that informs
If you
us
run
of
the
that.
D, is it E or D?
It's the 700 point. When you play the 700 point, you actually take him off of it. Because it's called Death That Walks.
600?
Which makes sense. And he turns into a 2x2. Sorry, 600.
Yeah, it looks like he's got two of them that are
Yeah,
on
he pops off and he turns into a 2x2. This one says DE, so that must be a part
Oh, so
of
the 600 and 300 are both 2x2s.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So they're both on the Nekron only dial. So I guess the Nekron comes off and has his own dial underneath of him, which is pretty cool. You detach him, place him in any squares that it had occupied. As far as special powers, at the end of his entire dial, as he's about to die, at 300 points, he has several clicks of this power called All Power is Within My Grasp. During your turn, choose one of the special powers that another dial of Nekron could use. Nekron can use that special power until you choose again. That's pretty good.
And that's ridiculous because
So-
when we get to some of these powers...
Yeah, let's see what all that would let him choose from. A damage power that says adjacent opposing characters can't use powers. Holy crap! That is good.
At least it's a 2x2 saying that, but still...
His attack power of Reaping Scythe, he can use blades. If he rolls a 1 to 3 after action resolve, you may deal 1 pin to each character without Black Lantern Corps keywords.
Jesus.
And
No
that
range,
doesn't
no
say
line of fire.
Yeah, that doesn't say you had to hit those people or they had to be adjacent. You just get to straight deal it. What other special powers we
All
got
power
here?
within my grasp.
A
Oh no, that's
That's
same
the one
thing,
that
yeah.
gives it to him. Here's a defense one we haven't seen yet. Oh, he's got another special movement power on a different dial called Soul Scythe. He can use Force Blast. When he does, he may knock back every adjacent opposing character the number of squares equal to the D6 result. He can use it again. He can use it as a free action. If he uses it as the power action, then after actions resolve, you deal each knockback character penetrating damage equal to the number of action tokens they are assigned. So that could be good in certain situations.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a power that lets you pick a power, that
Well, I
makes
mean,
it better.
even if you're just a colossal and you have a bunch of people that are basing you, force blasting a bunch of them back like that is awesome.
And this is when he's on a 6x3, so you're more likely to have more people
Yeah, but
adjacent to you.
and also think about it. If you've sat there and dealt damage to them, like even with the Blade's power, and they're off their move and attack, multi-attack force blast for one of them, and
Yep. And we have your return from death empowers me. He can use toughness. All characters can use regen.
that includes enemies.
Interesting. When an opposing character uses regen and heals, you heal Nekron an equal amount. And you turn the power levels rising dial once clockwise.
Yeah, and when we get to that power levels rising dial, it is ridiculous.
So that's more of the idea. You guys go to hcrealms.com, go to the unit section, flip through these dials for yourself because it's way too long to talk about, to explain. But those are some of the cool, those special powers sound awesome. Let's make sure we're not missing any. He does have a trait on some of his higher point levels. When an opposing character is KO'd, you can place a grave marker in their map. It's a hindering marker. And then place a Black Lantern Risen Horde token in each unoccupied grave.
No, that's the the reanimate. Oh, okay.
No, he also can place a reanimate.
You may place a reanimate instead if you deal a friendly character one unavoidable damage.
Oh no, my friendly characters can use regen. Who cares?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Not to mention he has an amazing movement power there.
So this is his 700 point dial. He has a movement power called Death as the Ultimate Opponent. When he takes damage from an opposing character, that character is dealt an equal amount of penetrating damage.
Holy shit.
His damage ability: friendly characters with the Black Lantern keyword ignore all but 2 of the damage that would be dealt to them.
Holy shit.
His attack power: Chill of Death. Opposing characters within 3 squares of a grave marker modify their values -1.
Holy shit.
This guy's good.
He's a monster, dude.
He's going to be one of the
Literally and
best.
metaphorically.
Yeah, he's going to be one of the best. Colossal.
The trait's actually different between his dials, too. There's 2 different traits.
Let's see if we can find the other one. Darkness Incarnate.
Despair of the Blackest Night. There it is.
Alright, at his 1,000 point option, he gets a different trait. When an opposing character is KO'd after actions resolve, turn that character to any click. Add that character to your force in the square it was last occupied, and remove all action tokens. Modify its values +1, and remove from the game if it takes any damage or misses with attack. So basically you get any character you KO'd back for free, whatever click you wanted.
Okay.
Pump it up.
Pump it up!
Sure.
And then the movement power, there's new, too.
Purity of Darkness, he can't be targeted by opposing characters
Alright.
more than 5 squares away. So his power levels rising is his special little asset dial
And this
thing.
is ridiculous.
He'll start off on A, or his first thing
You
he'll
see
get
it.
is A, which gives him multi-attack.
No, he starts off on 0.
Yeah, he starts off with none. The A will give him multi-attack. Next, he'll pick up multi-attack, and friendly characters can ignore hindering on movement and hindering on targeting.
Good.
Then later he'll get friendly characters cannot have their powers countered or be targeted by opposing characters' perplex or prob. What? Then he later
That's
gets D, give him a free action, choose a power or team ability a character on the map can use. All friendly characters can use that power or team ability until your next turn. And then lastly, on the very last click of the asset dial, he gets all of that stuff, plus he gets this. During your turn, when an opposing character 50 points or more is KO'd by a friendly Black Lantern Corps keyword, roll a d6 that can be re-rolled. On a 4 to 6, take an extra turn. What the
Yeah, but if he hits that, it's over anyway, but still.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is, as I said, I love this Colossal design. He's retardedly powerful, but he's such a boss fight. Like, every stage is different.
Take an extra turn.
He's got shit that kicks
That's
in.
magic shit. You don't see that in this game.
I can't think of another thing that gives you.
I think that is the first one.
I not off the top of my head.
Not to mention that dial is monstrous. Look at it.
Yeah, the thing is, on all the dials, almost the whole second half of all the dials is all regen, so he will be easy to blast, but it's just he could technically heal it back up if he wanted.
But good luck blasting him, Hunter, when you can't draw a line of fire from 5 squares or more out.
Yeah, he's going to be good, and he's going to be fun, and his sculpt looks awesome. I cannot wait to get one.
I love the 2x2 pulling off of the dial. And
that's
everything.
really
That
cool.
is awesome. They need to do that more often on Colossals.
All right, and then the dials we will go through are Arkillo and Guy Gardner. First, let's do Arkillo. He will be the prize. You'll get 3 or 4 of them in your kit. He has 2 options, 170 or 100. Both of them are pretty good, especially his 170. He starts with Charge Flurry, a really stupidly good attack power. Once per turn, per character. Friendly characters with Sinestro Core keyword and 2 action tokens may be given an action as a free action, and after action resolve, you deal that character 1 unavoidable. So you take 1 damage to do an act. You basically get Masters of Evil, and you get to clear your tokens.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
So, it's too bad we don't have anything that gives the Sinestro Core keyword.
Yeah, like a
resource
ring
or a
that
parallax
gives...
or...
And he also has special damage power. He can use perp only to decrease values. When a friendly character with Sinestro Core uses perp, modify its range by +3. Pretty good. Then he has Invincible. He does not have any willpower.
It is worth noting on that perp, though. It's modify its range +3. It doesn't just say for that use of perp. It's just when they use perp.
So he has no willpower. Other than that, he's sick nasty. He has that for 3 clicks. Then he gets to his 100-point option, where he starts with... he loses the Flurry. He just has Charge. He loses the Special Perplex. He has Empower instead. And he loses Invincible. He goes down to Invulnerable. He still has the really good Sinestro Core keyword thing, though. And then the last bit of his dial is all Blades, and then Flurry Blades, willpower on the last 2 clicks. Both point options are great.
What's the half point start at?
100. It starts at the Charge. And
That's not bad for one.
Yeah, I like them both. I like them both a lot. I think he's good.
I like him.
And I really like that he helps the rest of your Sinestro guys. A Guy, I don't know if they have one here yet. I may have to find him in the forums.
He's in there. Because he was in the previews.
Okay, there he is. Guy's really good also. And we talked about him before. He also has 2 point options, 120 or 90. Both are really good because of this freaking trait. During your first turn, Guy can use the carry ability to carry up to 8 characters. Okay, so he can use the Green Lantern team ability, big deal. Regardless of their symbols. The fuck? Can carry flyers and giant sizes, and even colossals if they're Pacific Rim single bases.
Oh my god.
Regardless of their symbols, you can carry 8 of them on the first turn. That's so good. And he will have that. Does he get it at 100 points? Yeah. Or 90 points. So he has that at 90 or 120.
Yeah.
On both options, he starts with the special movement power of Charge. Or you can give him a move action, and if he ends his movement adjacent to an opposing character, then that move was free, and now you can use Battle Fury until that specific character is KO'd. So you can't shoot anymore until you kill that guy, but basically you get a full movement charge.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. And then he has Willpower, a special damage power ability called Willpower. When an opposing character targets him without what it perplex, on a 4 to 6 he ignores it. Pretty good. And then he has Precision Strike and Invuln on top of that. That's the same way for 2 clicks. Then it has 90 point. He doesn't have the willpower, but he still has a good dial. He has the full movement charge thing. He has Precision Strike and Invuln. And then Charge Quake. And then Sidestep CC, which we've talked about before, is a really good combo.
It's a great combo.
So I really like this guy, too, at both point options.
This guy's great.
And that Star Sapphire's
But
great.
Hunter, I think we
good
can
too.
all admit one thing. The lack of a bazooka really doesn't...
Yeah,
That Guy Gardner was so sick.
We already have a good bazooka, though.
I know. I hope we get a bazooka construct just so we can bring back the memories.
I can't wait to get the Star Sapphire.
Well,
guy.
because
my God, he's
the
so
Green
great.
Lantern guy can attach constructs, right?
Which one?
The new one. He has the construct. Yeah, he has construct ability. Oh yeah, we better get a bazooka.
Oh, I think we will.
Yeah, I apologize. That's a good point, Austin.
With our... No, there's already one with our...
I should have mentioned that guy...
Energy explosion?
Can get...
Almost all of them so far have been single powers or a slight modification of a single power.
Speaking of constructs...
And Archillo does not have the construct thing. Just so
None of them outside the green ones do.
Okay.
Which is kind of upsetting.
Our participation thing for our power battery is freaking good. It's decoy. Pretty plain and simple. This character can use shape change. But god dang is that good.
That's so good.
It's just shape change.
It's just shape change.
It's not like that's ever changed.
Plus whatever your ring is, bonuses too. And then you can still put more stuff on top of that character later down the dial of the power battery. And then there was something... What am I forgetting? Is that it? Let me find my own stuff. My own pictures.
The map?
The map, but I
would like to look at the map.
Yeah, I got pictures.
Of his penis, but then
Right
we'll
here.
get the warlord.
Yeah, then you can see the map. You have to look through. So there's one side. Nice and pretty.
Yeah, those are pretty cute.
I will link these pictures in the podcast description to my Imgur album if you guys would like to watch.
The pictures of the War Light stuff, just to clarify.
I also... I also have...
His penis is on there, but you can see the warlord stuff too.
You can't see much behind the penis, but I also have pictures of the sculpts. Archillo looks pretty good.
Oh, the Archillo sculpt's awesome.
And then here's quartz for Jaria.
I love that map.
That's pretty cool.
That map is going in my circulation.
I guess that is all there is. So the participation guy, the prize Archillo, and then the next piece for your battery is the decoy.
Decoy
is very, very good.
He's very good. You're gonna like it.
You're gonna like what you're gonna like.
Let me tell you why.
You're gonna like the way you look. I
guarantee it.
Let's move into some what we played because that directly relates to best build. Because today we played some best build.
I did better than Austin.
Did you?
Shut up.
Our finalists were Austin had GL Stocky's team from HC Realms.
So spoiler alert, GL Stocky already knows he didn't win.
Which was Anniversary Lex Luthor at full 160. Neko Main King from Yu-Gi-Oh! Knifehead from Pacific Rim at his half dial. Radagast from The Hobbit, one of the best figures of all time. And Mage Knight Shift Ravager, which is my favorite Mage Spawn piece. He's good. Then Punky Drewster had Spider Ham's team, also from HC Realms. It is an animal-themed team of Dogpool, Alyosha, the old Captain America set Falcon, Squirrel Girl, Carousel from War the Light, Batman TV 005 Catwoman, which is the one that comes with the tiger, Beast Boy Pterodactyl, Firewing Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! And 2 woodland creatures, which he actually did not play with, and that's my fault. I forgot him.
So technically my team wasn't legal.
It was legal, it just was missing a couple.
No, it really wasn't legal.
Why not?
Because you got 4 Marvel, 3 DC, 5 Pegasus.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the tokens are from Hobbit.
My team was Travis Schrutes from...
You still did worse than me.
Shut up.
Travis
I also cheated
Schrutes
first
from
round.
the mail.
You cheated?
Yeah, I'll get to that. It's pretty funny.
Let me find Travis's email here. Here it is. My team was 2 Skeleton Skullwalkers from Mage Knight, 3 Zombie Shamblers, Raiden Mars, also from Mage Knight. So I had 6 Mage Knight pieces. Then Banshee from Deadpool, Lieutenant Gordon from Dark Knight Rises, my favorite piece ever, and then Worker Spider from Hobbit.
Austin, what do you think of that team?
What happened to us?
I don't know.
What happened to him?
Charging my phone. I can't go plug in a charger. I'm sorry, there's no outlets.
We lost connection. Temporarily. Austin, how was your team? Tell us your experience.
Well, round 1 I cheated. For one, Hunter included an extra piece that wasn't on the team because it would happen to be in his box. And so Lucius Fox found his way onto this team somehow.
He's got Alzheimer's. You gotta forgive him. Yeah, it's like walking on there.
What are you doing here, Morgan?
I heard somebody needed a Batmobile or something.
It was even better because we just got done watching the Lego movie last night, and Morgan Freeman is freaking hilarious in that. But Knifehead was also played at full dial instead of half.
And he still lost.
I don't want to talk about it. So, my opponent was playing Tiamat Moleman, which, while I don't think Tiamat's broken ridiculous like people keep trying to make him out to be, I think he's really good.
He's exceptionally
I
good.
love
I don't
that
think
piece.
he's like meta piece.
I've
though.
already talked about him a lot.
He maybe could be.
If
but-
Mole Man was still in, I would say maybe.
Yeah. And that's without a resource, I think he could legitimately be.
Yeah.
He can alpha strike.
Well, he's already got Power Cosmic.
yeah.
But
He's fucking good.
first round I was against a really good Tiamat team with a Slate, which I've talked about before is one of my favorite pieces from Bioshock.
Yeah, we've talked about him a lot.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
played him a lot too.
He's nice.
He charged out and got a crit with the first swing with an Ultra Heavy off Tiamat for 9 penetrating damage on Knifehead.
That doesn't sound too good.
And then he followed up with another 4 penetrating damage on Knifehead.
That doesn't sound too good.
So if I was playing him a half die, I would have died to the first attack to begin with. But since I was playing him full, he got to take 2 attacks.
Darn.
Yeah, so Lex
No,
was
he
my
would have
last
got
hope.
to take 2 attacks anyways. It would have just been against another
No, that's what I'm
character.
saying, yeah. He would have got to swing on Lex probably and ended the game even faster. Lex was my last hope. He had Pinsai. I could
What
hit
did Lex
Tiamat
do,
attempts.
Austin?
Lex got pulse waved. by
Would you
Slade a
say
few
he
times.
dropped the ball?
No, I wouldn't. More like drop the ball because he's bald.
That's what I thought Drew said at first. Drop the ball.
No.
But see, had I made that pun, I would have got chewed out for it. But because Drew makes it,
Well, everyone loves me, so.
anyway. Lex did give Tiamat a run for his money alone with just Radagast and Lex teleporting around taking pot shots, but once Tiamat got up on him, it was really hard to do anything. Second match was a
Second
bye.
2 matches.
I got 0 on this, since I got 0 points off the first round.
You're our participation winner. Thank
I
you
wanna
for
talk to you.
playing.
I got you on camera today?
Yeah, I was on camera.
Last round?
Drew was on first. I was on last.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, so if you want to see my last match, you can.
And then there's the also after footage of Austin being naked.
Oh yeah,
That too.
That's it.
That's for the collector's edition.
that's for the premium
That's
members.
the DVD.
the director's cut.
Dial H Season 1, uncut and raw.
I'm cut, but the other two boys aren't cut.
Hunter cut, Drew and Austin uncut.
No, oh, you're talking about cut like weightlifted cut.
See,
I
that
was
the
thinking
cute
like
pun there.
circumcision cut.
Well, we're learning something about
Okay,
everybody
moving on. Second round I had the bye, so I got to skip that one. Third round I went up against a newer player who was playing Bizarro with 12 tokens on him, which we have talked before about Bizarro enough. I think that you know that a Bizarro with 12 tokens is very hard to beat. I did win map roll. I was playing the Yu-Gi-Oh map today. On the last round, first round I lost, but he picked Bridge, which was still good for me anyway. I do want to say, GL Stocky, you built an amazing team here. I love the synergy. I love the abilities and everything.
Would you say you dropped the ball?
No, Drew, I would not say I dropped the ball.
I think he dropped the ball.
I think he dropped the ball.
I think I dropped the ball.
Glad I could convince you.
But last round, my opponent kind of lined up his pieces to where I could get some good knife head attacks. So what I did first round was I moved everything up for free across the islands. My opponent had to deal with the water a little bit, which made it a little harder for him. But he lined up his pieces, so knife head charged back through, did a ton of damage, except Bizarro only took 1 because he's a dick.
Did a ton of damage.
Shut up, Drew. Radagast was great. That combo of Radagast, Lex, and Knifehead was just a blast.
Yeah, that is a genius.
That
idea.
is a great combo.
Very good.
And GL Stocky always makes good teams. I played his team. I played his soldier team that one time. And
I
won
think
with
I've let
it.
him down every time I've played his teams, but I love his team so much.
You're very good at making teams, I have to say.
Yeah, Nico Manking was awesome. That was the star player for today that I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was. When I had Lex teleporting around, Nico Manking did have him preoccupied, or have Tiamat preoccupied, so get some shots in.
What does he do? I forget.
If he's hit by an opponent by any attack, they cannot take an action the rest of the turn. No one can.
Damn.
So it just ends their turn pretty much. And he's got plasticity and phasing teleport with a 7 movement. So I would pick him. And the little Mage Knight minion was attached to Knifehead, of course. So whenever Knifehead moved, the Mage Knight minion got to move. So I'd move everything up. Nico would teleport in, block up, and just wreck. But it was a great team. I really wish I had gotten to play the second round with it because I did enjoy that team a lot.
Drewster,
Hi.
How'd your team play? I know you had a lot to keep up with, and I
Jesus
forgot your cards,
Christ.
so I'm sure that made it even
Okay.
more difficult. I
So,
apologize.
this was the most difficult day of Heroclix I've ever played. I had 8 different characters. 4 of them had pop-offs. 5 of them had pop-offs. Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Alyosha and Catwoman and Squirrel Girl,
And Carousel
Carousel and
and Falcon.
Falcon. Yeah, 5 of them.
Well, that was the running gag for the team, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that
it was-
everything had a pop off.
yeah.
Jesus Christ, there was so much to take care of. My first game, I went up against Bizarro at 300 points.
Sorry, Drew. I understand.
I
your
won.
pain. Oh. Right.
You did kill Bizarro too, didn't you?
Yeah, that's how I won.
Yeah.
I spent all my time killing Bizarro. I'd have to it'd be like, pack, swing, roll shape change, swing, roll shape change, swing, okay. But
I guess, yeah, the pack would be really good for him, wouldn't it? All those
Yeah.
multiple little attacks.
yeah, but you can't be on Impervious,
Right.
and you can't be on, but you gotta roll that Blades, and I was hitting 5s every time, so I was like, 3
Unless
damage,
you run
3
Lysa
damage, 3
Direct with
damage.
him.
Huh?
I said unless you're in Lysa Direct with him.
Yeah.
And they get Precision Strike, and that would tear through Bizarro.
Yeah, it would. Because Bizarro has super senses a lot. So, since I have 8 pieces to talk about, let's talk about them individually. Carousel's great. She's nuts. You move her up with a free action from Alyosha, you pop off the pack, and you laugh while you just attack 6 times. I just kept pushing them. They die. Put them back on Carousel.
Pop him back off.
Pack
another
them up.
three that turn.
Pop them back off. Hey, 3 more times.
Yeah, that was ridiculous when that happened to me.
Yep. Alyosha. He's stupid. You should know this by now. Squirrel Girl is really good, actually.
She's annoying.
I've
as
never
hell.
played her.
59 points. She's got a 10 attack, 2 exploit. She doesn't have movement attack. But for your point, she gets Monkey Joe. who-
Monkey Joe is what makes her really good.
Yeah, Monkey Joe's great. Let's see. Catwoman. Catwoman's okay. She's not
Which
bad.
Catwoman was it?
It's the 66.
You know, it would have been great if you could have elaborate death trap that 300-point Bizarro, though.
Yeah.
That would have been freaking sick.
I didn't even know. I didn't have the card, so I had no fucking clue how this ability worked. It's already complicated to begin with.
I was going to say, it's hard enough to understand elaborate
So
death trap.
not only did I not have the card, I didn't know what it did. So all I did was attack with her. Firewing Pegasus, I've played before. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I like him too.
For being the 001 common, especially.
Yeah,
And the free box common.
Yeah.
I got so many of them.
Yeah, but it's so much effort to rip him out of that
No,
corner.
I'm not joking, I've thrown away 4 Firewing Pegasuses. 2 were broken, 2 I just didn't want
I cut
to
my
sign
hand
up
open
to.
trying to get that one out of that box for James. It was horrible.
Okay. Who else did I have? Falcon. Falcon's really good. He's got an 11 movement charge.
Yeah,
He's got flying. He's got his little token guy who isn't bad.
I played him a long time
He's got
ago.
3 damage. Which
Yeah,
is
I
very
remember
good.
when we played the Civil War.
That's what I was gonna say,
Yeah,
when we
I
did
really
Civil-
liked him for that.
Yeah.
79 points.
I was
He's-
controlling him
He's
when we played.
very good.
He buffs with Cap 2, but we didn't have Cap 2. Excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. I didn't know he could use super senses.
Anybody else?
Because you didn't have the cards.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 5. Oh, Jesus Christ. Beast Boy. Beast Boy Pterodactyl's stupid. He
Best
can-
Beast Boy.
Yeah, he's... I don't know. There's a lot of...
He,
good
for
Beast
animal teams, he is.
Boy. Yeah, for
Okay.
animal teams.
All around, I still like the original guy, the
Yeah,
little dude.
75th anniversary Beast
Yeah,
Boy.
I want to see 75th anniversary style because
Dude,
like,
he's sick.
he's,
I don't remember
he's
what he
sick
has.
tie up.
And honestly, just consider this an easy, Drew Silver Age corner without having one.
Second favorite piece ever made, right here.
oh, he's
This
got
guy.
outsiders for 60 points.
Yeah.
And a
And shape change
17
combat
reflexes
reflexes.
shape change. That's why I like
Okay, that is actually amazing. And, he's
And
got great
if
keywords.
you knock him down, you can turn into a fucking T-Rex, who is
That is-
actually awesome.
I love the bear and the team.
You
They
knock
need a
him down-
shark beast
Dude,
boy.
you knock him down, he rolls on the willpower blade, and he can target up to 3 characters with a single close combat attack.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
Beast
he's
Boy
great.
T-Rex is a monster, dude. They need a freaking shark Beast Boy already.
We need several Beast Boys. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, I don't know who else do I got. Look at my team. so I can talk about them.
You got everybody. You talked about everybody. That's it. Dogpool. He's the only one left.
Dogpool. He's a guy. I didn't do much with him.
I think he's a dog.
What word bubbles are you using with him mostly?
Noogie.
Is that the breakaway one?
The really annoying tie-up one?
The tie-up one that Headpool has, where you can give him a free...
Plasticity or something like that?
No, you can give them a close combat action, and then if they stay next to you for the next turn, you deal them 1 penetrating damage.
Oh, shit. I don't think I ever even
That's pretty
looked at
awesome.
Yeah, I think it's you give him a close combat action that deals no damage. Hit characters may only be given move actions during the next turn.
Shit.
And if they are adjacent to this character at the end of their turn, they are dealt 1 penetrating damage.
Man, that's really good with not with Deadpool because they cost so much, but yeah, for Dogpool and Headpool and the
What's
cheap
Dogpool's
ones.
dial like?
That's
Dogpool's
good.
dial ain't bad. He's got super senses and precision strike.
He's tiny size too.
Oh, he's tiny?
Yeah.
Carry him in with somebody.
Yeah, look at that
freaking-
dial. That's a great dial for 65 points.
Well, not to mention you carry him in with somebody like freaking a really good melee piece. You swing in. They can't be given anything but move actions.
Perplex too to decrease.
I didn't even know he had
speed
perplex.
when he
Because
uses
you didn't
perk.
have the cards.
Well, I volunteered to let you use my phone program. It's a really good phone program. Anyways, how'd you do?
I went 1 and 2, but I still did better than Austin.
Really?
No, I did 1 and 2.
I know, but I had more points.
Points
many
values.
points?
How'd you guys do?
I got points on every game.
I got 150 total points.
Yeah, I did way better than you.
I actually got like 240.
I did better than both of you, son bitches.
I know.
That's right, Travis Schrute.
I swear we should just like whatever team Hunter picks instantly wins for me.
No, Drew's won twice,
I know. I'm just
and you won once, didn't you?
yeah.
See, there you go. Travis's team he did a great job by playing multiple Mage Knight pieces, like I said I want. I'm glad he did this because he put Raiden Mars on here, and I'm planning on using Raiden in one of my Gen Con matches. I really wanted to try.
Don't we have a Mage Knight episode where we just talked about Mage Knight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did not show.
Go talk about
That is probably one of our longer episodes. If I remember.
Skeleton Skullwalker has Mage Spawn team ability. Well, first of all, let's talk about the idea of the team. So his idea was you use the Mage Spawn team ability on Banshee as your boss, and then Lieutenant Gordon free moves Banshee, and then that moves everybody else. But as I was reading the Mage Spawn, it has to be your highest point, and Raiden has higher points.
Gotcha.
So I had to use it on Raiden and not on Banshee. Had it worked on Banshee, this team would have been even more dumb, but as is, it already was really good. So what I would do is I would keep Raiden and his swarm of freaking skeletons and zombies, and keep them in one area, and then have Banshee and Gordon just running along the outside of the map, because Banshee has 8 range. Within 6, everybody knows what Banshee does by now, but honestly, this is the first time I played against him or with him. He's better than advertised.
I played against him Wednesday. He is amazing. And
I
was
have
with
not
Barb.
been this impressed with a piece in a very long time. Seriously, he is legit. The cool thing also about playing Raiden Marsh with a bunch of little Mage Spawn guys is Raiden ignores friendly characters on line of fire.
So he can
So
hide
he
behind
can
them all.
drop through them, he can shoot through them, he can perplex and outwit through them. Raiden is really good, but he's very finessey.
Hunter, let's splurge about that sculpt again, because I love that sculpt.
Sculpts.
Raiden is the chase from Mage Knight. Excuse me, Mage Knight, if you're not familiar. This dial is very expensive, 175 points. The key is you have to keep this cat at the top of his dial. You have to have little guys like I was playing him with today to keep him safe. Because otherwise you can chew through him pretty quick for 175 points. He has 8 clicks, and the last 3 are naked regen clicks. He has one of the coolest traits in the game, though. He can use Empower, Enhancement, Outwit, Perplex, Probability Control. Everything you pretty much want. At the end of your turn, you roll a d6 for each one that he used, and if you roll a 1 to 2 on any of them, do not remove action tokens from him this turn.
Oh darn!
So it only matters if you're going to clear at the end of the turn. I only risked it twice the whole night. First time I used I think I used a Perplex and a Prob, and I still didn't roll a 1 or 2, so I was clear. On the last game, I needed an Outwit because it was against Slate, and I really wanted to get rid of that damn Pulse Wave. And he had 2 tokens. I went ahead and Outwitted. I rolled a 1 to 2. I was like, oh well, it's still worth getting rid of that Pulse Wave, so I'll take it. He also has he has no move and attack. He has 5s across the board on his phasing, except for his top click has an 8. But he has the sharpshooter. He has sharpshooter, and then remember he ignores his own friendly character, so he ignores all characters on targeting. He has special psychic blast. Each time he hits and rolls doubles, he can be given a ranged combat action, so psychic blast again, as a free action, counting range and line of fire from a square occupied by the hit target. And so he can keep doing that. Unfortunately, I didn't roll doubles on any of his attacks today, so it didn't matter. But
You know, it'd be hilarious, Hunter, that I just realized you could do with him. Give him a fit-in for Pulse Wave, and you could Pulse Wave, and if you roll doubles, then Pulse Wave from that target.
that is very true. He was very good. He was good. When he got hit, though, he does go down pretty quick. I mean, one hit put me down to the middle of that down. I was a little scared. But the good thing is, you can phase him away.
With regen.
Yeah, and then has regen. I really
Phoenix
like him.
Council?
I enjoyed him. Phoenix Council is basically Society, but better, because it gives Society to adjacent people, too.
Oh, so basically you just move him up with a friendly shield of skeletons,
Yeah.
shoot through them, and then if they do eat through them, you have...
The Skeleton Skullwalkers are cool. They're the guys that, when they're given a move action, hints from Mage Spawn team ability, they can put down their own square of hindering and stealth themselves.
We have splurged about these guys so much.
So I finally got to play them today, and they're really good. They got Exploit on the top 2 clicks, Blades on the middle 2, with an Invincible. What 55 points piece has Invincible in the middle of their
14
dial?
Invincible.
And then last
That's
2 clicks.
amazing.
It is.
Last 2 clicks are Flurry with a 10 and a 2 and a 9 and a 2. So they were good.
I honestly expect they'll make another minion in the future that has low defense Invincible.
The zombie guys were okay, but I think they're the worst of the Mage Spawn guys.
Yeah, they probably are.
But that's not saying much, because Mage Spawn guys, there's a lot of good Mage Spawn guys. These guys have a measly 5 move, and I think that's part of why they're not that good.
I do like the Mage Drain trait, though.
They have 5 range, and I did pull off... Dick, quit being loud.
Sorry.
They do have a trait that I pulled off multiple times in this game. When they deal damage to somebody, you roll a d6, and if you roll 5 to 6, you can use Outwit on the person that you damage. And they have a really good damage power. Adjacent opposing characters modify defense -1.
So you throw them up there, and Rain Mars is behind
Exactly.
them, and
I
you
had
just, like,
3. I had 3 zombie shamblers.
It's
so
like-
I'd move Raiden up. That'd free move all the zombies up. Then I'd action move them all up. They tie up Bizarro or whoever, and then Raiden just sits there and just blasts you through the wall of zombies all day long.
That's great.
Then they get 3 clicks of Steel Energy Exploit in a row.
Jesus.
They're pretty good too, but
I like them.
I liked them too. I enjoyed playing them. I really did.
I have a question, Hunter.
What's that?
Go to cool stuff. I want to know how much those zombie shamblers run. How much would it cost to build an army of them?
$2. I'm gonna say $2.99.
It's a gravity feed, so it's probably $2-3.
$2.49. I was close.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I have 3 of them.
I have some too.
I want 50.
If you don't need no 50. This is what you're gonna do with Zuvimbies, and then you're gonna give them to me a month later.
I'm not
You're like,
gonna
I
buy
never
50.
play these guys.
never played these guys.
I played Zuvimbies for a while.
But yeah, I
Played them
was
like twice.
No, I played them way more twice.
happy with the team. He built a great team. First match, I played the Bizarro team. I went after everybody except Bizarro.
Did we all play Bizarro?
Yeah, we all did play that guy, didn't we?
Yeah.
He's a new player. He's real nice.
Yeah.
I went after the other people instead because 300-point Bizarro. How are you going to take him down? I killed the other ones. Would have killed Bizarro because Banshee is the fucking... If you're playing Banshee, it makes Bizarro so much easier to take down. He can't use super senses, which he has on 2 of his 3 clicks that he alternates through, and it changes his impervious to toughness. So I'm just picking him apart with my little Mage Spawn guys. They're just tearing his ass up. But I didn't have time ran out before I took away all his tokens. But that match went pretty smooth. The last match I had to play against the Tiamat team that Austin played against first round. I passed. He came at me. He killed the guy that was in front of Banshee. And then he went to kill Banshee with his free action. And I super sensed out of it. And from there on out, it changed Tiamat's invincible into toughness. And then his super senses into nothing. And my little guys just tore him up.
See, that's the thing about...
Raiden had Empower, and then I leap climbed the spot. I and the spider was next to the people too. So the little guys swung 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then I leave climb the spider over to this pack of guys, and they all swung get in power, just 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and I just tore them up.
That's the thing about Tiamat is just like he is a monster. I just think he's really swingy in regards to if you miss that first attack.
Next time I'm playing him with the book, so I don't miss that first attack.
But very good team, and you won, Travis. So he was on Gmail, so I'll just reply to your email and figure out what tokens to get you. All right, so that was best build for June. We're actually going to go ahead and give out July's assignment because we're going to do the event that's coming up in a couple weeks. Let me find it here.
Yeah.
Do we want to do... Oh, wrong click. Which event do we want to make for best build out of these? We can't do Goodfellas. It'd have to be Demolition Derby or the zombie one that I'm going to make. What do you think?
Let's do the zombie one because I really want... Well, I don't know. Demolition Derby does sound like fun, and you do have all the vehicles. Someone could build some really crazy-ass teams with those.
Do you have a preference on what you want to play for Demolition Derby? Yeah.
No.
Okay. We'll do Demolition Derby. That was the one I was thinking of anyway. Hopefully somebody builds me a Batman team. I can play something similar to what I was wanting to play. I want to play the Batman 66 Batmobile.
I was wanting to build a zombie airdrop team, but I couldn't find a system to make it work well. So if someone can solve that for me,
I can pretty much guarantee you, if you build a team that has zombies being carried around by a bunch of zombies being carried around by a vehicle,
Austin
will pick it. Here are the build restrictions.
Although, to be fair, before you start this, me picking it doesn't necessarily facilitate a win.
That is true. If history tells us anything. But it does increase your chances.
Yeah. It's better than not having it picked at all.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's right. So here are the build rules. If you're unfamiliar with best build, all you got to do is build us a team that you would play if you were doing this event at your local venue. Tell us what it is, how to play it, some ideas, and we will play it. Whichever one of us does best, with that person who built that team, whichever one of you guys built the team, gets a prize. Here are the build restrictions. 600 point Silver Age theme team. We'll say Golden Age for you guys out there. So Silver Age for us means Golden Age, but no feats or battlefield conditions. But all figures that have ever been made are allowed. 600 point Golden Age team. Figures, ATAs, and relics allowed. So no resources, no battlefield conditions, and no feats. The only stipulation other than that is you must play at least one vehicle on your force. And since we're playing vehicles, it kind of negates the whole resources thing anyways, because you can't play resources and vehicles on the same team anymore. Unless you play one
like
gauntlet or a bat belt or something like that specifically goes to one person. So that's it. Pretty easy. You just got to put at least one vehicle on your force. I have all the vehicles, so feel free to choose whatever you want. You don't have to email me and say, hey, do you have this? I got them all. And hopefully you guys give us some good teams. That will be played on July 12th. So we need to know, we'll say by July 9th, that which would be that like Wednesday. So you have roughly a week and a half, basically, to build teams. So that gives you plenty of time. You guys can either email them to us at dial8forheroclix@gmail.com, or you can find us on Reddit or Facebook, and Reddit or HC Realms, and you can find our threads there, and you can comment the teams there and ask questions and stuff. Dial Design, the July Dial Design will kick off this Monday, which will technically be June 30th, but that's when we're going to start July's Dial Design, so look for that, those of you guys who participate in that. YouTube update. I did get a hold of a War of the Light pack. I have not had time to record it yet. Do the video. Hopefully I have some free time at work tomorrow. I might actually bring my stuff with me to work and try to do it there. Also, I will have best build matches that we played today. I will get the editing done on them this week and get them up.
There's going to need to be a lot of editing.
Get them up on the YouTube channel for you guys this week. So technically 4 new videos coming to YouTube this week. And that is it for us, except for community questions.
Yay.
Did we have any?
We better have, or our fans don't love us.
My phone is always dying whenever we do community stuff.
Austin, when did you go charge your phone?
What are our favorite? It says 3, but just in general, favorite. It's from Greg Rico. What are your favorite? What's your favorite music? Musicians or bands or groups or whatever. He says top 3, but
Dear God, my Spotify list is a clusterfuck. I mean, like, I listen to just about anything.
Drewster, what do you like?
This is rough. I listen to a lot of different stuff. Really depends on my mood.
What kind of mood are you in right now? Would you say?
Japanese techno pop.
Who
K-pop?
doesn't like Japanese techno pop?
I'm not too fond of Japanese techno pop myself. I gotta admit.
That's why you don't get the Japanese ladies.
Is that what it's been this whole
Drew's,
time?
Drew's love advice for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen to Japanese techno pop, you'll get some.
I thought they were just terrified of my giant American forehead.
He's a
Well, they're
pretty big
terrified
ass
of my
forehead.
gigantic American penis. So
You American have such a
large penis.
Gosh dang.
What can we possibly hope to
And our
accomplish? with
Japanese
such
viewership
small
catapults
penis?
down.
Oh, none of it.
All 2 of them. All 1.5.
They play Heroclix in Japan?
I don't know, do they?
I don't think so. They play
They're
Magic.
having one of the. They're
Well,
doing the Southeast Asian finals.
Even if they do, I assume they don't speak English. So I
They
think
probably
we're safe.
don't listen to this.
I think we're safe.
There's going to be one guy who's going to be like really pissed off now.
Well, if you guys are thinking, I'll go. I listen to everything, but mostly rap. Aside from rap, Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of my favorite bands of all time. I like Foo Fighters a lot too. That's just kind of the groups I grew up liking a lot. Leonard Skinner and stuff, older stuff too, but mostly rap. Not a lot of stuff gets on the radio though. Eminem's about the only mainstream guy I like a lot. Tech Nine is one of my favorite. Tech Nine's probably my favorite musician of all time. He is finally now getting on the radio. He's been rapping for like 15 years. Him, Cess Crew, which is on the same record label as him. Cess Crew is probably the best modern age group right now. Lupe Fiasco.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking of the DMX video we watched before the podcast.
Tech Nine, Eminem. I like Kendrick Lamar a lot too now. His last 2 little mixtapes have been really
I
good.
am a big fan of the Wu-Tang Clan.
You are?
Yeah, dude.
I could go more or less on Wu-Tang.
White guys
Wu-Tang's
really
okay.
like Wu-Tang.
This is a proven fact.
What? Wu-Tang's okay. I'm not. I don't like the old school West Coast rap. I'm just not. I never. Tupac's different. Tupac, yeah, but Tupac's sound is different. But like NWA, Wu-Tang, and like real old Dr. Dre and all those guys. I don't like that kind of rap that much. That's just me. Warren G and all those guys. That was never my thing.
I do have a band I hate with a passion.
What's that?
I hate the Dave Matthews Band.
They're pretty generic. I don't feel like you
I
can.
have a friend who's obsessed with them.
I don't feel like you can have a strong opinion on the Dave
Yeah,
Matthews
I've
Band
never
because
had a-
they're just like they're nothing. They're just like elevator music.
Dave Matthews Band is like a fart. It's just...
It's like a fart that doesn't stink that
Yeah,
bad.
you're just
so
like,
it's just
oh,
kind of
that's-
there in the ether, and you're just like, that stinks, but it's not. It doesn't stink.
It's not bad enough to make me act.
It doesn't stink bad enough to where I'm going to go over there and spray some air fresheners. Like, I can ignore it. That's the Dave Matthews
I
Band.
am a
They're a softly stinky fart.
very big fan of punk rock. Your Usual Suspects. The Dead Kennedys might be my favorite band of all time. I don't know.
I think I played their song on Guitar Hero, and that's probably the only song I know by them.
Yep, probably.
Didn't they have a song on one of the Guitar Heroes?
Yeah,
I swear they did.
they had a police truck.
I'm gonna look it up while you're talking.
I don't know.
I remember it being a little bit hard too.
I think it's police truck.
Dead Kennedys, Guitar Hero.
Go Google Go.
Guitar Hero 3,
Oh,
Holiday in
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
That's right.
It's a holiday in Cambodia.
Now I want to play Guitar Hero.
I know. Guitar Hero's good.
Should play Guitar Hero sometime. A rock band.
I sold all my Rock Band and Guitar
I'm
Hero
so
shit.
sad.
I don't have any of
Now
it.
that you have your own apartment, we could have done it.
God, I want to play rock band.
The problem is you don't do it enough to warrant keeping all that shit.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
true.
takes up
Not to mention that stuff breaks so often.
it took up so much
It does
closet
take up
space.
so much space.
I don't know. I say we abandon the podcast and set this up as a rock band studio.
I was a big fan of playing drums on Rock Band though.
Yeah.
And they had basically every Foo Fighters and Red Hot Chili Peppers song that's ever been
God, I
released
love
on
Foo
there
Fighters.
too.
Dave Grohl is just he's a saint.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
I'm gay for Dave Grohl.
Yeah, everybody is though. To be honest. All right, that will do it for us this week. Next week we'll be back with a full episode. We will discuss Original Sin next week on full episode. We'll have a comic section. We'll talk about Original Sin. I'm gonna make the boys read it.
I read the first issue.
Austin read the first issue. Whoop-de-flippin'-doo.
There's only 4. That's 25% of it.
Okay, I can't argue.
How much did you read, Drew?
1 issue.
Oh, okay. Never
I
mind.
can't argue with math.
Math is infallible logic.
We'll be back with a full episode next week.